Hello and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Mania. And today we have Sabine Wren from the Ahsoka series. I've been really looking forward to the Ahsoka series figures because I, personally, have always loved Rebels. And I've been wanting Rebels in my collection for forever now. I've been trying to figure out how to go about getting that done. But then Ahsoka put them in live action, and now I don't have to worry about that because we got 1, 2, 3 of 6. So that's like a 25% outcome right there, right? I know Zeb showed up in live action, but I doubt they'll make him. Also, he was a cameo, which sucks because I feel like he should have at least showed up in this show instead of Mando season 3. Still hoping Ezra gets made, and Kanan is who knows because he wasn't in live action. But I'm super happy about this one because at least I've got something now. And it's one of my favorite characters from Rebels, so that works for me. The box is pretty straightforward Star Wars box. It's black box, pictures of the figure, all over kind of just strapped around. Normal words on the back. There's nothing special about a Star Wars box, but I like them anyway because they're simple, they're easy, and openable. Anyway, why don't we get her out of the box now and onto the spinning turntable of Doom. So it may not be the season 3 Sabine outfit that I love oh so dearly, but it is a pretty colorful outfit to start. The sculpt seems to be really strong to the actress that plays her, and it looks exactly like the character. So I'm pretty happy about that. She does come with the helmet as well, but I wanted to start out with the sculpt. My biggest issue with the figure being the fact that they gave Sabine short hair, because I really like the way her mid-ranged hair looked, but it might look weird in live action. So I get why they gave her short hair. I don't know why they did it at the end of Rebels, so it was just kind of like a thing. But I guess they gave her short hair in this to make it match with the end scene of Rebels. But I'm happy overall. Colors could have been a bit more vibrant, but you know what? She's a bit more mature and she's grumpier, so her darker colors make a bit more sense. So I'm happy about that. Either way, I'm happy that I have Sabine at all. Anyway, why don't we take her off that spinning turntable now and talk about the figure and all the stuff that she may or may not come with. So Sabine here does come with a lot of fun goodies. Let's start with my favorite accessory of the bunch. Lothcat. Yeah, this ugly bastard. Finally, I wanted to get the Grogu pack because it came with a Lothcat, but it's like I don't want to justify $100 and something on a Grogu, a frog, and a Lothcat. So the fact that it comes with Sabine is awesome. Super happy about this guy. Ugly little kitty. Love these guys. If I could get a Loth Wolf one day, then we'd be in business. But it's got a nice painting to it. I like the face, that no nose look, always fun. And it's got a nice furry look to it despite being on sculpted piece. It's pretty much just stuck where it's standing. So you can have him do a little stand. You can do whatever you want with him, really. But he will be on my shelf, I swear to you now. Lothcat. We've got Sabine's helmet, which looks rather nice. Rangefinder up and down. It comes with a piece for the neck, so you can cover the neck. You just kind of plug it. There's 3 holes in the helmet. You just kind of plug it in there. The helmet is adapted to the new neck pegs that Hot Toys oh so loves. So it's kind of annoying putting this in there and putting it on her. Technically, you wouldn't need it if you're just looking at it from the front, but when you look at it from behind, it kind of looks really weird. So I guess this makes sense. But yes, the helmet does look nice. I think for the first time, I might keep a Mandalorian with their helmet off, just because I like the sculpt a lot so far. I guess I lied, because we do have an Ezra figure here. Little Ezra hologram, so I guess we only need Zeb and Kanan now. This looks okay. It's a little silly, as to be expected from a little Ezra hologram that has 0 detail on it, really. He just kind of looks like he's standing there sleeping. Ezra hologram sleeps. But it's okay if you want to keep a little Ezzy on him. We've got Ezra's lightsaber, which, like most people, I wasn't a huge fan of the Sabine being a Jedi thing, so this will probably just stay off to the side, because I will just use her for Sabine being Sabine, because she has her own kind of thing going on, without her being a Jedi, you know? But if you do want to keep the Sabine Jedi thing going on, she does have the green line, and the green slashing line, as per usual with Hot Toys lightsabers, and she also has the pluggable in lightsaber green. Finally, we have Sabine's two pistols, which are slightly different colors. They do have some slide ability, so you can see in there is a little bit of detailing. Very nice, nicely weathered. The other one is blue, so you get a little color contrast. You could pick which one goes in which one's hand. But it's a fun little thing. She does have holsters for them, so she can either hold them or holster them, which is always fun. Let's talk about the figure. This sculpt is... Are you going to focus on the sculpt, or is it too pale? This sculpt is really good. Sorry, I'm sick again. I keep getting sick. I don't know whose fault it is. I think it's your guys' fault, but I'm not gonna say that. But the sculpt is really good. It looks pretty much exactly like the actress who plays her. I can't remember her name, but it looks really, really nice. The sculpting of the hair is really well done. You could tell each individual little hair. Sometimes with sculpted hair, kind of all... What are you doing in here? Time out. I got a dog conundrum. Sorry, the dog was trying to eat the figures again. What was I saying? Yes, the stranded hairs, sometimes they all kind of blob together because it's sculpted, but this one does a very good job of keeping them all feeling individual. A little thick, but individually done, where it's really nicely displayed. So I'm really happy about that. And it is a nice soft look on the figure. Again, Hot Toys, no expression. It's whatever. It has the separate rolling eyeballs, if that is your cup of tea. But I will say this is the easiest I've ever had of a time putting the head sculpt back on after doing anything with moving it. Usually it's really difficult. But this one kind of pops on and off, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm really happy with the way the, like I said, the sculpt looks. Anyway, the rest of the armor here, because Sabine is a very light armored Mandalorian. Nicely done. She's got her chest plate, her shoulder pads, and her back plate, which all have that trademark like Sabine flair to them. Painted in... Oh, I'm dying. Painted in fun colors, which always looks super nice. These, like I said, are a bit more muted to some of the other color palettes she's had in the past, but it's definitely not devoid of color. You see, they've got a nice blue shoulder here with a scary looking creature that might be one of the Purrgil. On the other side, we have, our Rebellion logo, which was the Firehawk that Sabine was drawing originally. We got all the colors up here. We got some oranges and maroons and purples, and they don't really contrast. They do look nice together for the most part, so I'm pretty happy about that. On the back, they just continue on. So overall, pretty nice usage of a Sabine coloring. For the most part, she has this like darker brownish maroon jumpsuit on underneath. I'm trying to remember what she wears in the actual show underneath, and I can't. It's been too long. And the one Funko Pop I had of Sabine and the Black Series. Yeah, Black Series figure I have of her are not in my view. So, sniffles aside here, we do have some belt action here. The creators of, Ruby Volume 4 and 5 would be pretty happy about this one with all this belt action going on. They love their belts and zippers. We got our holster. We got our holsters kind of hanging there. We've got our secondary belt with some pouches on the back. Also nice, adds a little contrast to that brown, like I said, the maroonish brown pants, so that it breaks up in the middle. Looks pretty nice costume design wise. We do have our Mandalorian bracers here. There's no accessories for them, which is fine. It's whatever. But they do look nice overall. And Sabine, just like a normal cool guy, rocking fingerless gloves, which do have some texture to them, as if they're like a fabric-y cotton and not like a glove material, which is interesting. So that's fun. But yes, fingerless gloves. All the cool guys wear them. For the most part, the rest is just pants, down to the boots here, which do have some plating on the front, back to the different color schemes that kind of match but look really good together thing going on. I'm pretty happy about that. And then it's just your normal Star Wars, like, Hot Toys boot underneath, unfortunately. Can't avoid that, I guess. Star Wars characters, they love those stinky Hot Toys boots. But anyway, let's pop the helmet on her real quick and see how that looks. So here is Sabine with her nice and cozy helmet on. You can see the black kind of covering underneath to cover the skin on the neck. If you don't have this, like I said, it kind of, there's like a gap here where there's no neck visible. So it looks a little weird, but from the front it looks fine. So if you really struggle with that one piece, then you could just not put it on and only look at it from the front. But it does look really nice. It's got all of that Sabine flair with the eyepieces like that. You know, your normal night owl helmet, which looks great. I think the night owl, or the female Mandalorian helmet, looks cooler than the male one. I don't know, I like the way it flares out like that. But I do like all the nice colors. You know, I'm a maroon guy myself, so it quite speaks to me. We got a little bit of purple and white here at the top. So overall, pretty solid look. I do like this helmet, but I think I'm gonna stick with the head and just have her hold the helmet in her arm. Anyway, let's do some comparisons, because we've got a few. Here we have the current only members of the Ghost crew, Chopper and Sabine. And I mean, so far so good, I guess. We got Hera hopefully coming out sooner than later. And then that's it, I guess. No sign of Ezra coming out anytime soon. Maybe with a season 2 or the Mandalorian movie or whatever's going on here. Maybe we'll see Ezra again, and maybe we'll get a figure then with a more official Jedi outfit. But I like the outfit he had on in Ahsoka season 2, and I like that he got an homage to Kanan's lightsaber. Who knows? Maybe they'll even get crazy and make a Zeb. I doubt it. They didn't make a black chrysanthemum. I can't say that word. It's not happening. But I'm happy that I have at least 2 so far. I'm shocked that I even got Chopper. So I'm happy I got Chopper, and I'm happy I've got Sabine, and I'll be happy when we get Hera. But I won't be fully happy until we get all 6. I'm greedy like that, you know? Anyway, let's move on to the next pairing. So here we have Sabine with the titular character of the show that it's named after, who hasn't gotten her figure released yet, because Hot Toys likes to do that thing where they release every other figure from the show or movie except for the one it's named after, and then they release them. I don't know why. They do it all the time. It's just like some weird thing that they do. But Sabine and Ahsoka here do look great. I wish Ahsoka's arm wasn't shattered into a million pieces. But, you know, that's a Hot Toys design flaw that I thought I escaped from, and then turns out I didn't. Because now one of her arms just looks slightly longer than the other and doesn't bend. Hopefully that problem is fixed with the second version of Ahsoka here. Because I know they updated, like, you know, the Leku and the face sculpt, and hopefully the chest isn't so big, because it is really abrasive how big it is, and it makes me unhappy. But I'm very happy to have these two together, because it's, you know, pretty much the entire show right here is these two together, so it just makes sense to have them together. So I'm happy that we finally have that, but hopefully we have Ahsoka the White coming sooner than later, because I've been looking forward to that one as well. Anyway, we got one more for you, so strap in. I mean, what is a Mandalorian without their heritage at the end of the day? I know Clan Wren wasn't always a huge fan of Clan Vizsla and vice versa, but at the end of the day, Bo-Katan did get the Darksaber from Sabine without fighting her, so I don't really know how that works because, you know, the Mandalorian made a whole big stink of it. But yes, I wanted to see Sabine with the Night Owls with their helmets all on, because, I mean, this is really the cooler Mandalorian look. Come on, you gotta be honest, man. The Night Owls look fantastic, and in that, like, bluish color, they look great. And Sabine here also looks awesome with her color scheme on. And it's almost tempting me to keep the helmet on. I'm not going to, but this is really tempting. Or I could finally take Bo-Katan and Cosgrave's helmets off and put their heads on as well, and maybe really get crazy with it. Who knows? This may have just inspired me to redo my Mandalorian shelf a little bit. Either way, I'm really happy with the way that this trio looks, and I think I'll be trying to push them a little bit closer together on my shelf now that I've seen how great they look all together in person. Anyway, let's pop her regular sculpt back on and get down to articulation. So Sabine here has a life ending 360 degrees, up that far, and down that far, back and forth action, no problem. Posable eyeballs, I'm not worried about that. We don't do that in this household. However, it would probably look nice because her eyes aren't too bugged open, so that's nice. Arm goes up that far. Arm goes up about that far. Arm goes back that far. Ooh, a little bit more than 90 at the elbow. You got a little articulation here at the ab crunch, but the armor might stop it a little bit. Sabine's got an okay spread. Leg doesn't really go up all that much. Goes back a little bit. You got a decent knee bend at the knee, obviously. And you get some ankle articulation here, but it's kind of hindered because of this piece right here, which I didn't really realize was a separate piece. So I guess that's progress from Hot Toys. But yeah, so Sabine will get the poses you need to get out of her, but she won't get too crazy, which is fine, because again, you know, Sabine's no Spider-Man or whoever. She just needs to get some cool action poses and be able to look good doing it, which I think she can pull off nicely. Let's get to the end of the video. Alright, so this pose kind of sold me on the lightsaber a little bit more. I'm still not going to do it, but it's definitely a lot cooler when you think about it with something like this. I'm super happy with this figure. I think I would have been happy no matter what, because I finally have a Sabine Wren, who again is one of my favorite characters from Rebels, in my collection. So that's awesome to see, and the fact that I have more Mandalorians for her to go with now is kind of cool as well. So she's kind of got like a grouping going on, and I'm just gonna start shoving my Rebels figures in front of the Mando figures, because Rebels figures always come first in my heart, because they did come first in my heart anyway. I've known them for a while now, I think. So I'm pretty pumped about this guy, and I hope that when you get Sabine in your collection, that you're just as happy as I am with it, because I'm pretty damn happy with it. So, if you pick this one up, feel free to let me know how you feel about it, if you're happy with it, if you're a little disappointed in it for some reason or another. Feel free to tell me how you feel, and why, and how, and who, and what. You know, questions, answers, because I'm super happy about this one, and I feel like you should be too, because I told you to be, and I like this figure, so that means you have to like it as well, or else something will happen. Something evil will happen. You don't really know what that is until it's too late, which is, you know, the give and take. So you better start liking this figure if you don't already, because it is a baller figure, and I'm super happy to be having this one. So you should be too. Anyway, if you enjoy this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, because the channel's been doing super nicely recently. and I'm trying to keep that momentum going as much as possible. So feel free to like and subscribe so that I know that you're enjoying watching these videos as much as I enjoy making them, because I do enjoy the hell out of making them. I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, which is the earliest I've woken up in like 2 years, because I was like, man, I want to make some videos. I'm going to make some videos on this figure and the other figure that I've been super looking forward to making videos for, but got put on the back burner, unfortunately, because I've had a lot of big hitters coming in through here. So, unfortunately, one of my favorites had to get put on the back burner for some of the heavy guys, some of the heavy duty guys. But with all of that out of the way, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6-scale figure review. Hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.